What's going on, guys? I appreciate those of you that were hanging out waiting for the stream to go live. For those of you watching the replay, make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so when we do stuff like this, you can participate in the live chat. So decided to take a day off from the gym. It's 12 o'clock Mountain Time for me, 12 o'clock Central. Wife went out of town for the weekend with my father-in-law to go visit her grandmother for the weekend. So you guys will probably see me streaming every day because I'll probably be pretty bored. But I woke up very, very early, earlier than usual. So I don't know. My body was kind of telling me just take a day off from the gym. I haven't had a rest day in like probably 2 weeks, a full rest day with no cardio. So figured I'd start the stream early. I was going to do it at 4 o'clock today, my time, but decided to do it at noon. And as per usual, start things off the right way. Center of the day, gin tonic from M. Mika Leaf. This smells so freaking good. I mean, just so good. I want to focus because this bottle A, first and foremost, is gorgeous. There we go. This, it looks like an ice cube with some liquid in it. Beautiful. And then the scent profile matches it. It's such a zesty, crisp, citrus heavy, gin and tonic smell, as the name would indicate. Juniper, gin heavy, aromatic, a little crispy, spiced. It's a great niche freshie. I really like it. I really like it. This is my first full wearing. I've been doing a couple of test sprays, but first full wearing. So let's see. Happy Friday. Oh, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, my man. Blue Noir EDP. I need to get that one. I have the EDT Intense and I have the Parfum. Finally got to catch the beginning of your live stream. I dig these. Well, I appreciate you, Frank. I'm glad you were able to be here. For those of you just getting here, make sure to hit that thumbs up on the way in because we abysmally barely have any thumbs up. So go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me, guys. Scott's rocking Silver Mountain Water. Excellent choice. Mancera Lemon Lime. Love that stuff, Adolfo. Good to see you, my man. Mugler Come Together. Jeremy, what's going on? Light Blue O Intense. Still have all the fragrances here from my live stream with Justin. That's right here. Deep Blue Parfum. Hope you're well. I'm doing well, Dan. I hope you're well also. Supposed to be next week. Yeah, that is correct. Supposed to be next week. Sean John Unforgivable. I'm doing well. How about yourself? Damn. Okay. 10-4. What's going on, Randy? Orange Creamsicle. And oh, yeah, Lolita Lempica Green Lover. Justin's talked about that one a ton of times. I keep forgetting to grab it. Doing well. Greetings to you. Zaharoff Pure Vetiver from 01. All right, then. RS, good to see you. Imagination from Louis Vuitton. Coney Island. Man, I've heard that's in the same vein of stuff like Creed Virgin Island Water. I've always wanted to try that one. It's a very fun, summer, beachy type of fragrance. Polo Blue Parfum. I wore that yesterday. And Supremacy and Oud for the evening. John, good to see you. Lacoste Blanc. Nisho Rehab. Ralph's Club Parfum. That's a good fragrance. That's a damn good fragrance. It smells great. Once again, wearing Bulgari Man Extreme in the rotation. Love it. Glad to see you. Sedley. Excellent choice. Cedrat Boissé. Heard good things. Yeah, I'm really digging it. I love the way it smells. I don't think he's going to be the strongest performer. I'm probably average performance and longevity because so far it's been like 5-6 hours is what I've been clocking it at. I've only done 2 test sprays so far, about 5 to 6 hours. But I mean, that's about what I'd expect for as crisp and fresh as it is. But good to see you. Volcanus, the king of the super chat, my man. Ralph's Club EDP. Thank you so much for the super chat. You're starting to spoil me, man. It just doesn't feel like a stream if you don't show up at least, regardless of the super chat. But I sure appreciate you being here. And as always, I appreciate the donation to the channel. Thank you, my man. Joma Shop is big sale on Mancera and Nishane until midnight Sunday. 10-4, 10-4. With that said, I forgot all about that. Where is it? There it is. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, that didn't work out. Hold on, copy. I'll put a link for you guys if you guys are interested and want to support the channel along the way. I am affiliated with Joma Shop, so if you're interested in hitting that sale, I would greatly appreciate it if you would use the link that I just put in the chat. Obviously, I can just go fuck myself, and it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? You don't have to. Just if you decide to make a purchase and you're here and now and see this, please use that link. I greatly appreciate that. So thank you for reminding me, Dan. I totally forgot about that. I did get the email about it. Love you too. Thank you so much for being here. I love when you guys come hang out with me on these live streams. Caught the Cologne podcast episode. Love the community that's growing impressively well in 2023. I'm glad you enjoyed the episode. It was fun to talk to those guys, Mike and Ryan. Some very laid back, chill guys. It was like a sitting around having a beer type of conversation. Very candid. Eden Falls. I have Eden Falls. I'm not a big fan of that one. I have 3 from the brand. 4. Red Colorado is really good. I really like Gin Tonic. Desir Toxic obviously is magnificent. It's gotten the most hype. I'd love to try Osaito, but I think that's how you say that, Osaito. But Eden Falls just kind of smells weird on my skin. Like the opening's okay, but the dry down's a little weird. Chad Secrets, what's going on, my man? Artisan Pure layered with the coffee stain on my shirt. You and that damn coffee stain. Good to see you, though, my man. Those of you not following Chad Secrets, you should definitely go check out his channel. One of the newer channels to the space. Great content, great guy. The RM 2020 does great, and that's so I ordered a 50 ml finally. I went ahead and grabbed the DRM Sport for the member designer drawing that's going to happen at the end of the month. For those of you that aren't members, if you see people with the star next to their name, they're channel members. Just click join down below or at the link that's pinned if you want to read over the perks, see if there's a tier for you and you're interested. But that's the $10 tier, $9.99 tier. We're giving away a 75 ml of DRM Sport 2021/2022, however you want to look at it. That's going to be for this month. And then for the Hall of Fame and above tier, Evening Mystique's going to christen the first niche giveaway. So we're doing that. Oh, sorry, like button. I appreciate that, Antonio. Thank you. Divine, what's going on, my man? Rockin' Enclave. Okay. Business over pleasure. My Friday in the office. I hope you're enjoying it. Commodity Bergamot. Hachivat, perfect weather for it in Wisconsin. Blue Notes as a signature. Well, I mean, that's up to you. You got to see if you like it to decide if it's going to be your signature scent. I would suggest getting a sample or a decant online because I don't know you or your taste to say, man, that is the signature scent for you. There's a little more that goes into it than just throwing out, oh, yeah, man, I like it. Sure, absolutely. You could do it every day. You may not feel that way. That's why I strongly encourage you definitely test it out to see if it's because if I say yes because I like it and you blind buy this bottle, there's a chance you might hate it. So keep that in mind. Blind buy at your own risk. I would suggest trying it first. Hollister Wave X. I haven't tried that one. I cannot stop buying cologne. Well, all right then. J-Baby 2A Tactical. 10-4. Man, don't get me wrong. I buy my fair share. I've bought a lot in the last month. So I understand completely. Enclave versus Beach Hut. Well, I don't have Beach Hut. I have several clones. I have Enclave. Comes down to it's different green. Like I would say the more mass appealing of the two is probably Enclave. Very spearmint oil heavy. Still has a lot of smokiness. That's probably the way I would lean. I still would like to get Beach Hut, man, but between the two scent profiles, I slightly prefer Enclave, even though my wife's not a big fan of it because it just kind of overwhelms her. I don't get to wear it that often, but I am a big fan of it. Sony Wave. I need more bottles, but damn, it's like $80 Canadian right now. Jesus. DJ, what's going on, my man? Speaking of channel members, Rockin' Wulong Cha. That's an excellent choice. 100 ml Hachivat for $142 is crazy when official retails, what, $315 or $325, whatever that currency is. I don't know. Let's see. Thanks for your recos yesterday. Tariq EDP, yes, and Stop Over in the Creeks. Ordered them yesterday. Hope you enjoy them. It's crazy the effect Stop Over in the Creeks has on people. My wife adores it too. She wears it she's worn it twice so far. It smells incredible on her too. God, that fragrance continues to surprise me. It is just so out of nowhere good. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it actually is. And Tariq, I mean, it's just a beautiful blue fragrance with a bunch of naturals in it. It's not full of synthetics. It's a niche blue done right. It's familiar. It's going to be like, because lavender and cardamom, amber, woods, it's nothing. It's not reinventing the wheel, but it's making a better version of the wheel, I guess would be a good way to put it out there. Shipped to Canada without import and duties. That I have absolutely no clue. I have absolutely no idea. That would be a better question for either somebody in Canada that might be in the chat. Hopefully they can answer it, or you might want to email them and reach out and ask, because I couldn't even begin to tell you. I have no idea, my man. That would absolutely be Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct Blue. It's my favorite thing to wear to the gym. Layering Lost Cherry with Bohemian Lime. All right. Wore Osaito, pretty bland. A lot of designer vibes. Smells like Silver Mountain Watermelon. So I'd probably like it because you're very snobby compared to me. We've established that, Divine. I appreciate you. Not knocking you. You and I have had this conversation. As far as our taste, I like the more mass appealing stuff, whereas you like the more niche, not mass appealing stuff, I guess you could say. So if that's the way you would describe it, I probably would like it. You and I are kind of split when it comes to niche fragrances usually, because I like the everyday wears most of the time. Try our Moth collection. Just ordered a sample of Isola Blue Parfum. Ooh. Boy, I hope you enjoy it. It's a good release. And so I haven't been live since 2 days ago when I told you guys I was hoping, when Elysium O Intense came up, and I was like, man, I hope they send me a bottle. The following morning, I got an email. They're sending me a bottle. So I don't have to cross my fingers anymore. Just hope it gets here in one piece. I am so excited. I think I'm more excited about that than I was about Isola Blue, because I already have Oligarch Parfum. Like I pretty much have 2 bottles of the same fragrance now. And the way Elysium O Intense has been described to have more of a woody base and more of an aquatic feel and be a little smoother and less metallic, it's like, And I've heard things about it performing better too. So I don't know. I'm going to judge it for myself. But the things I've heard has me very much excited. Like kind of a stopgap, an in-between with the Parfum and the Parfum Cologne. It's kind of how I look at it. I don't know how redundant it'll be. I would assume there's a high level of redundancy, but we're going to find out. I'm pretty damn excited. I might just do a first impressions right away and have all 3 right here and just put them all 3 on skin and start smelling them. We might do it on a live. If you guys want to see me do that live, let me know. We'll do it we might do that. Let me know if you're interested. Elysium O Intense live as soon as I get the damn thing in, which is going to be sometime next week, I would think, late in the week. Montrese, my man, what's going on? Oud Lemon Mint instead of Blue Notes. I mean, if it were me, probably so. Because I get sick of Blue Notes when I wear it, like 4 or 5 hours into it. That's why I don't wear it so often. It's a gorgeous fragrance. It's not one that I just like to enjoy all day long. It's periodic type of enjoyment for me. Very periodic. Let's see. I thought I wouldn't have liked it. Would have liked it based on Oud Lemon Mint, and I didn't. Too medicinal. It's definitely a little on the medicinal side. Very powdery. Fruity floral powdery, but it like I said, it's beautiful. It's just one that I kind of wish it was a weaker performer on my skin, to be honest with you, because if it was like 5 or 6 hours, it'd be perfect, because that's about how long I can tolerate that scent profile. After that, it's just like it gets kind of annoying and a little bit of a headache inducing type of fragrance in some ways. Like it's kind of irritating. It's not terrible, but it's kind of irritating. So if it was like 5 or 6 hours on my skin, it would be perfect, because I get tired of it after that point. It's beautiful at first, for sure. It's a beautiful fragrance. I did a video dedicated to it. Beautiful. Super underrated. Problem is, it's, for me, 10 hours in, I'm sick of it. That's why I don't wear a ton of beast mode fragrances. Fun fact. I've been doing a lot of fun facts lately, in case y'all haven't noticed. But I would agree. Oud Lemon Mint, I don't get tired of that one for 12 hours. That one, because it's more subtle as it dries. It's creamy, Mahir Legacy, Who Dat Nation, what's going on? Mike, welcome. Wait, weren't you already a member? Did you upgrade? Let me look on here. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. Okay, yeah, so you're on the Hall of Fame tier now, so you're up for the niche giveaway. No, because I don't have much experience with Penhaligons, so I really can't weigh in. Guys, if you don't mind, do me a quick favor. 43 likes to 80 viewers. We can do better than that. Hit that thumbs up for me. Ooh, that's a good one. I would say something like this is a must to start because these are affordable now. Even like the 125 mLs, like 40 to 50 bucks, depending on where you find them, $50 range. Dolce & Gabbana light blue. That's always a great way to start a collection, I think. Then something like maybe Missoni Parfum Pour Homme. Get something that's kind of like Bleu de Chanel, but very affordable. That's 30 some odd bucks. And look around a bit. Maybe something like Rochas L'Homme, you know, blue fragrance that's not typical blue. A lot of green facets to it, woods, a little bit of juniper and geranium. It's not so generic of a blue, but blues are usually a good way to start things out. And none of the three I just recommended smell like one another. So something like that. This is my taste, of course. That's why I recommend as such. Hawaiian scent carpet powder from Dollar Tree. That's very specific. Icon line continues to impress me. They definitely do a great job. I haven't smelled a bad one among the fragrances, or immediate. I mean, better than good at worst. If you know my rating system, like 6.5 out of 10 is like the worst I would rate any of the ones I have, and I have most of them. Late to the party, got a sample of Instant Crush, and it smells great. Hey, I'm late to the party on a lot of stuff too. You can't get everything all the time, so don't sweat being late. If something's been out for 10 years and you're just getting it for the first time, which not 10 years with Instant Crush, but it's definitely a phenomenal fragrance. It's got my first full bottle of Jubilation in 2017. I don't see the beast mode everyone talks about. Great honey resin. I'm surprised. It's known to have performance issue. I've tried 2019 and a 2021 in both cases. Longevity around 8 hours. Sillage very mild, moderate. Damn. So I haven't sprayed anything from a decant or anything. Like I had a decant and did a giveaway with it, and that's what the winner picked. So I only got to spray it like twice, and this was almost 3 years ago. So I don't have much experience with Jubilation 25 to even comment further. So Divine clearly has much more experience with it than me. So I would go with that. Nice retro shirt. Reminds me of something AC Slater from Saved by the Bell would wear. Hashtag 90s kid. Yeah, this is called Greenside Golf. Let me unpin the comments, the tags right there. Greenside Golf. I grabbed this one, and I got another one that's a blue Hawaiian print. It's not quite as teal as this. It's more of like sky blue with white floral print all over the place. I grabbed 2 of them yesterday. Because all my shirts are big as shit on me now. Like all my Under Armour golf shirts, I had to switch to mediums. Like this is a medium. I had to go with mediums and get it because the large loose fits they're big on me now. So it's time to change it up with the golf shirts. Plus I've had those for years. It's time for an upgrade. No, I don't have any experience with any of them. I need to get some. I'm sure I have some coming. Steve texted me yesterday at Kingdom Fragrances. He's carrying Latafa and Alhambra now, and he put together a package for me that I know is going to be a bunch of stuff from that. So I'm sure I'll probably have something along the lines of Woody Oud or the Bitter Peach clone or the Lost. I'll have at least one of them, I'm sure. Maybe the Neroli Portofino clone. Like I said, he never tells me exactly what he's sending me. He just kind of surprises me. So we'll see. I have a feeling I'll have one of them, though. Currently testing Amouage Search. Smells like cutting lemons sitting next to a campfire. Sounds strange, but oddly satisfying. I have a feeling that it does sound strange, but I bet it does work. I'm going to wear Evening Mystique tonight when going out with my daughter for dinner. That's what I'm talking about, Mike. That's what I'm talking about. Enjoy it. I hope you have a great dinner. Fitness journeys inspire me to get back into the gym. Appreciate all that you do. I appreciate you, Ethan. Seriously, thank you, man. DJ said, come on, people, hit that like button for the GOAT. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm the GOAT or anything like that, but I'm glad you enjoyed the channel. How about that? We'll go with that. Baroque Rouge 540 and love it. It's so good. I want to try the X-Straight because the EDP is really good. The EDP is really, really good. Boswelio, good to see you. Glad you could join us, my man. Got a sample of Iso Blue on the way as well. I'm curious to see what you think because even though it's super mass appealing, I think the complexity to it, I find it hard to believe you won't at least enjoy it. You may not love it and rave about it the way I do, but I'm confident you're going to like that. It's very well done. It really is. I would assume you've tried Oligarch. Maybe not. Oligarch Parfum was only on the market for like a couple of days. I was lucky to get a bottle. You may not have tried it. If you've tried it, it's the same fragrance. It is the same fragrance. What are your thoughts on Middle Eastern fragrances getting tons of hype, which is actually more than most designer brands these days, and your favorite Middle Eastern brand love from India? So as long as they're not doing direct copies and they're doing twist, I like that. I like that they do a little like Afnan Rare Carbon. Doesn't smell exactly like ombre leather or ombre leather parfum, but it smells a little bit like both. I like that. Let me think of another one. Assad from Latafa. It doesn't smell exactly like Sauvage Elixir. The pineapple and the coffee kind of give it a little bit of a twist. I like that. As long as they keep doing stuff like that and they're not trying to make carbon copy clones, I'm cool with that. Because then it doesn't render the originals too redundant to the clone, because they're more inspired by than clones. Because clone, I look at clone as a direct copy. They're trying to make the exact fragrance as close as they can. Whereas inspired by, they definitely were going that route, but they have their own little twist or tweak to it. I like the inspired by stuff, the way I would categorize it anyways. And I would say, as far as my favorites, probably Afnan. Yeah, probably so. I enjoy Armaf. I enjoy Rasasi quite a bit. Latafa and Alhambra. Paris Corner is definitely up there for me, though. I would say Paris Corner and Afnan run a race for my favorite, because I've got a lot of stuff I really enjoy from Paris Corner. Hell, Trillium, the Emir line, their Elysium Parfum clone. It's not some strong performer. It's so mega fresh. It's even fresher than Elysium Parfum cologne. I've sprayed that, like I've worn it like 4 times this week for different things. I love the way it smells. So I would say it's between Paris Corner and Afnan for me. And I have no idea who this is. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so that was funny. Because it was an out the country number, I was like, okay, I have a feeling this is Mo. Let me answer it real quick. Sure enough, it was Mo from Kajal. I told him call me this evening. So it's a fun fact for you guys, me and my fun facts. Because when I saw it, I was like, Mo's been traveling out the country a lot lately. The only person I can think of that would call me from a number like this is Mo. Sure enough, it was Mo. So sorry, I had to mute the mic and turn the camera off for a second. I just wanted to make sure. But shout outs to Mo of Kajal Perfumes and Ode to Mo. Any of you that have met him at any of the events, he's wonderful human being, salt of the earth, great guy. Let's see, excited to try a new Lamal. Yes, very, very, very much so. Even though it's going to be far from seasonally appropriate, I'm definitely looking to get it. I'm going to get that. Clean standout cologne along the lines of Tigar, Imagination, Cedrat, Boisset, etc. CEO clean vibe other than the common ones. But you want a clean standout. Probably Isola Blue. Isola Blue, however it's pronounced, from Roger Parfums, the one I was just talking about. That is a standout. If it wasn't behind the camcorder and too much of a reach, I would grab it. The bottle's right there. Check out my full review on it. It's a very complex and deep freshie. Not on the level of complexity of Burlington 1819 from the brand, but it comes close. It nuances quite a bit, and it's so good. I literally gave it a 10 out of 10. I've never given a 10 out of 10 in a review. That's the first 10 out of 10 I've ever given. Yeah, it's incredible. If you're looking, if money's not an issue because you're talking about Louis Vuitton and Bulgari Tigar and stuff like that, Raja Parfums Isola Blue, however it's pronounced. The bottle looks gorgeous. How it's frosted and gradient, right? It looks so good. And the box is white with the blue felt on the inside. Like, they did a good job on this one. I'm pretty excited. I'm hyped. I hope I'm not disappointed. I don't think I will be, based on what I know of it, that it's a twist on a gorgeous fragrance. The DNA is gorgeous. I have a feeling I'm going to like it quite a bit, but It looks really good, and I'm really excited. The back-to-back, just crazy releases for them. Freshies, too. Very similar Elysium and Alorum Sport. Noted. Got signature tobacco on the way. I hope you enjoy it, Boz. I hope you enjoy it, my man. Brian, good to see you. Polo Blue Parfum. I wore that yesterday. Rocking King of Seduction Absolute. Basically Invictus Aqua with a little soft leather. It's pretty much what it is. I really like it. I wore it last week. Good stuff. Got the light blue O Intense. Yeah, that's good stuff, man. Good stuff. If I had to keep one, even though I love this one, the scent profile the most, this one is appropriately named. It's the Intense Flanker for a reason. It's an intensified version of that in performance and the way the scent smells. This would be the one to keep for as much as I love stuff like this, for example. I got all that stuff from that live stream with Justin right here. It would have to be the O Intense. Like, it was the one that would make sense to be the one to keep if I can only have one. Like Spike. That's what I'm talking about. 96 viewers, 68 likes. We can do better than that, guys. Come on now. Waking up to a live stream. Best way to start my Friday. I'll be going to Spice Bomb, Night Vision, EDT tonight. Underappreciated. Definitely underappreciated. Me and you are like two of the only people that like it. Aggressive dark fragrances. No Limits in Tuscan Leather. Tuscan Leather style fragrances for sure. I would say the most aggressive fragrance that I've picked up in recent memory that has that wow factor would be Zaharoff's Signature Leather Tobacco. This past winter's release. That one will really punch you in the nose. It's very aggressive, smoky, resinous, just crazy tobacco leather. Yeah, it's spices. The plum at the top offers a little bit of a medicinal feel. Yeah. Yeah. Wow is a good way to put that one. Antonio, do you know how much protein is in 6 ounces of cooked tilapia? I'm going to say that's probably around 30 grams of protein. I'm assuming you meant to put tilapia. I don't know what the hell tilapia is, but tilapia is, I'm assuming what you meant. Probably in the 30 to 35 grams of protein range. 6 ounces, maybe a little less. That might be like 28. I think a safe range is probably 28 to 32 grams of protein, probably around there. I was looking to see if I could get anything from Roger Parfums in Czech Republic, and I came across 100 ml, over $2,000. Oh, wow. It depends on which one. That might be Diaghilev or something like that. They have some exclusive lines that are crazy expensive. Cool Water Wave. It's like a better version of Millennials Diamonico, which is like First Instinct together. For sure. They definitely fall into the same family. Fresh Ouds. Depends on the price bracket. Because something like Byredo's Oud Immortel is a very, very, very wearable oud. It's got this limoncello note. It's kind of like a gelatin lemon type of smell, really thick lemon. And the oud's not super funky, though very noticeable. Performs great, and you can actually wear it in warm weather. I have a bottle of it. It's fantastic. Super, super underrated. Nobody talks about Oud Immortel. Oud Immortel is good stuff. That's one that I don't think is the most challenging of ouds. It's got some versatility. It's clearly got some great freshness to it. Performance is there. It's high quality. It's a Byredo fragrance, and it's very unique. I don't have any other fragrance that smells like that. I haven't tried another fragrance that smells like that. And like I said, it's not super challenging. That's the best part. I would say look into getting a sample of Byredo Oud Immortel. Try that out. Daz, good to see you. Penhaligon's the world, according to Arthur, greatest vanilla I've ever smelled. That's high praise right there. I looked at them for the first time like last night while I was cooking. I saw the pyramid, the note pyramid they had on the website. I might try them at some point. They don't super excite me. I know one of them's got iris in the heart. I might, if it's something you guys really want to see. I mean, fuck it, I'll pick them up, you know. It's one of those things where you guys would really want to see them because there's a bunch of other things I'd rather buy. But if it's something that, you know, a bunch of you are like, no, Ross, we want to know, I'll buy all 3 of them then. I don't even know what they cost. You know, you guys just let me know. Maybe I'll put up a poll in the community tab. Kate Alfresan. Ooh, beautiful pineapple. That's not dollars. That's Czech Corona, which is €124. Okay. I had no idea. Sandy, good to see you. Ismiyaki Lodisi Vetiver Intense smells wonderful. Hashtag better days. Tom Ford Oud Wood or Aaron Terrence Hughes Daddy are great beginner ouds. Oud Wood, classy and classic. I was kind of going out the norm. I've never tried Daddy. I've heard really good things about it, though. Aaron gets a lot of praise for a lot of his fragrances, that's for sure. I've tried a few of them. Not that one, though. I haven't tried that one. Cool Water Intense after watching your comparison video. Nice scent. Appreciate you, Wesley. Burberry Brit for Daryl. 3 Top Cheapies. Missoni Wave. Hugo Reverse. Latafa. That is absolutely 3 Top Cheapies, in my opinion. Started a new scent journey recently, and my workmates say that I'm addicted. LOL. It's easy to fall into that, sir. It's very easy to fall into it. You want to start trying different things. It's easy to become a hobbyist with this hobby. It's very, very easy. I've tried Search. To me, it smells like dipping juniper in motor oil, then spritzing lemon on top. What a descriptor. Wow. That made it sound unappealing really quick. Damn, now you got me curious. Now I really want to try it. That's an interesting way to put that. MG, what's going on? Search the rack stores for St. Bart's. Couldn't find it. Ended up getting Dylan Blue. I mean, hey, can't go wrong there. Not the most tropical fragrance, but it's damn good fragrance. Love, love, love Cool Water Wave. Thanks for introducing it. I'm halfway a 200 ml and have 325 ml backups. Love it for the gym. It's sitting over there on my rotation. Once spring hits, I put it on the rotation table because I never know when I want to wear it. I love it. I love it. I wore it a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. The most recent wearing. Aqua Atlantique. I'm going to pull that out when summer rolls around. Really enjoying Coach for Men. Black, blue, platinum. Platinum's my favorite of the 3. I would say my favorite is the original, the black bottle, with platinum being a close second, and blue underrated, but nothing super special. You know, it doesn't get a ton of love, but it's not like the greatest freshie out there. But it's solid. It's good stuff. Not great, but good. Driving, tuned in, listening. Days Elysium Parfum Cologne. Finally was able to purchase Invictus Aqua 2018. Excited to get my nose on it. I hope you enjoy it, Duck. Kevin, good to see you. Just got Untold, and I must say, this is sickly sweet. Oof. If you think that's sweet, don't get something like Lattafa's Camera. If you think Untold sweet, which it is, I'm not saying it's not. Camera's way sweeter than that. You might want to avoid that if you don't like super sweet. Like if Untold's too sweet for you, avoid Camera. Not same scent profile, but sweet as hell. Just ordered Panadora Sweden fragrances at ridiculous price. Noted. Okay. Trying out Sphinx, Tabaxitron Vanille. Very nice. Probably a 3rd in my rankings of the house. I haven't revisited that one in a while. When I get in the mood for the house, I just reach for Black Anubis or Elixir because they're my 2 favorites. Ultimate fresh spicy fragrance. Ooh, that's a tough one. Shit, what a good question. Not easy to get. I procrastinated so long that bottles are ridiculous now. I do have a 20 ml travel size though, which I may never go through, but Spice Bomb Fresh. They should have never discontinued that because you guys have heard me praise the original. The only reason I don't pray Fresh more is because it's just ridiculous to try to buy it. Because Fresh is the best version they've ever put out of Spice Bomb. For me, in my opinion. I love Spice Bomb Fresh. I hoard the little bit I have. Very, very summer specific. Just when I want something spicy, situational with that one. Because I only have so much. I have like 15 ml left of my 20 ml. And don't want to run out because now bottles are ridiculously expensive on eBay. But yeah, believe it or not, Spice Bomb Fresh. That's a good one. You have any fragrances that you just love so much that you won't tell us about it because you don't want anyone? No, I'm not like that. No, I talk about my fragrances, man. I talk about them. I wear them when the situation arises that I deem them best for. Excuse me. Oh. I don't try to keep any fragrances secrets. Keep the hard work. Definitely inspiration on this end. Thanks so much, Brian. I appreciate that, my man. Scent of the day, Imperium. Dominique, what's going on? Sean, living life at work, sitting at my desk listening. Light blue, oh, intense. Excellent choice. Heard you on the Cologne podcast. Mike and Brian are awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Rick. Yeah, I love those guys. We had recorded that almost 2 weeks ago. Yeah, and we even when we stopped recording, we talked for like another hour and a half after that. We talked for like 30 minutes prior. So that total session, recorded and non-recorded, was almost 4 hours, They're great guys. I really like Mike and Ryan. I've been listening to them for about a year, maybe a little over a year. And I listen to them on Spotify. So they're good guys. I'll be back on there. They have an episode with Chris from Fragmental coming out in a few days. They're about to record an episode with Justin. They're going to get George to do an episode at some point. There's talk of potentially me, Justin, and George doing an episode. It's like sitting down and having a beer. Like I said at the beginning of this stream, it's like sitting down having a beer, the way the conversation goes with those guys. They're awesome guys for sure. There's something, Secret Trust, Jubilation 25. These scents can work all year as signatures since they aren't that nuclear. Got Coach Blue yesterday. Yeah, thanks. I already got a sample of tobacco from a friend and liked it a lot. It's very easy to wear. And another fun fact, made with real tobacco oil. You heard it here. Your Sauvage Parfum or Bleu de Chanel Parfum. That's tough, but I got to lean to Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Sauvage Parfum is my favorite version of Sauvage, but Bleu de Chanel Parfum I believe to be the best blue fragrance. My opinion, of course. So naturally, I'm going to pick Bleu de Chanel Parfum over every blue fragrance because I believe it to be the best, the king of the blue fragrances. I literally put that in the thumbnail when I did a video on it. So it's that good to me. Not everybody's going to agree. It's not the loudest fragrance, but it smells incredible, I think, anyways. Once again, I go back to Bleu de Chanel Parfum because I would still consider Sauvage Elixir, even though it's not really all that much a blue fragrance. That's more like a spicy fougere in many ways, but it still has some characteristics of it that it can still fall into the blue category. It's part of a blue fragrance line. Some people would say I'm crazy for that, but Bleu de Chanel Parfum, until further notice, that's the best blue fragrance according to me. Just my opinion. Good to see you. Fun fact, as a Bucks fan, I still love you. Looks like you're going to win the division this year. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Anuj. Shout outs to Anuj. I haven't talked to Anuj in a while. Eric, good to see you. Smell good family. Elysium Parfum Cologne. Another person wearing Elysium Parfum Cologne. Seems like everybody's gearing up and getting ready for the new release here. Speaking of the Cologne podcast, Mike and Ryan, they bought the Travel Atomizer the day that it went for sale. So they're going to be doing a podcast episode on Elysium O Intense as well. Oh, don't tell me because I want to blind buy it. I've been avoiding everything on the internet. I mean, I'll see the notes eventually. So sweet, spicy leather. I bet it's great. I bet it is great. I'm going to buy it within the next couple of weeks. I'll get it. I might get it at the end of the month. I don't know. There's so much I want to buy still. I'm trying to space it out because I just bought a bunch of stuff. John Barbados Vintage, the Justin Copeland Special. That's tough because I love both of those. I might have to lean with Hawass on this situation. I think I got to go with Hawass. Spicy Invictus. Both perform great for me. Tobacco Vanille coming. Can't wait to put my nose on it. That's the best Tobacco Vanille clone I've tried. I'm not saying it's the best one that exists. It's the best one that I've tried. It's good stuff. I assumed you meant tilapia. Yeah, for sure. That's a good shout. It's an Aventus vibe for me. Triments a perfect oud. 45 grams of protein in 6 ounces. Damn, that's quite a bit. That's a lot of protein. So 4 ounces is approximately 22 grams of protein. And we're spelling tilapia wrong. It's Tilapia. We're all spelling it wrong. So that should be, with 2 more ounces, about 33, 34 grams of protein. So I was closer. I was pretty close. I Googled it. I went ahead and Googled it because I'm like, damn, that seems high for 6 ounces of tilapia. Eternity Aqua. Man, I haven't worn that in so long. It's so good. So good. It's like a matured evolution of Polo Blue. Arrow's Flame for school, I would say no more than 2 or 3 at best. That's pretty strong if you're going in a classroom. I would say 2. It depends on how it performs on your skin, though. But I wouldn't sit there and go in with 5, 6, 7 sprays. That's going to be too much of that fragrance. Unless you're trying to be that guy, you know. I would say test the waters with 2 or 3. If people are still smelling you, you're good. I wouldn't go more than that. Good to see you. Artisan Blue. Excellent. Wulong Cha came in yesterday, tried it. Did pull the trigger on Strong With You, Amber. I'm DM'd you about it. I have my bottle coming. So I finally, Rick, you'll be happy about this. YSL L'Homme Cologne Blue. I finally bought a fucking bottle. Finally. I'm done procrastinating. I got a bottle coming. 50 ml Diorum 2020. Finally came around to that. I keep my little 10 ml mini bottle. I keep dabbing it on my hand. It started to really grow on me. So I got a 50 ml Diorum 2020. I grabbed 2 bottles of Diorum Sport 2021, one for me, one to give away, and for the member giveaway at the end of the month, and Stronger With You Amber. So that's what I'm saying. I keep buying so much shit. It's like I need to chill out. I've got so much to review that I haven't even wore yet. Those Whaler Pan and Dan are very good, but their prices are a bit out there. Thanks for the recommendation on Aftershock Hagwood soap. Good stuff, right? Feeling refreshed, ready to take out what today brings. I need to get another bar. I've been out. That's my favorite soap. My favorite soap bar. God, it smells so good. Fingers crossed it'll be very, very soon. We're right around the corner. What am I at right now? 69.9. Oh, yeah, there you go. Maybe I get lucky and hit it today. Based on my pace, I should hit it today. Let's see exactly where I'm at. Pull up YouTube Studio. 69,925. So hopefully I gained another 75 today and hit 70K. Fingers crossed. You know, hopefully I got another shorts video I need to upload. That should help a little bit. The shorts videos bring in subscribers. That's pretty much all they're good for. You know, you don't make next to nothing. Like the average cost per 1,000 clicks is like 7 cents, or RPM rate per million, 7 cents. That's what I make on those, 7 cents per million. It's next to nothing. I only make like 40, 50 bucks a month on shorts, and I'll do hundreds of thousands of views on shorts. Shorts aren't where the money's at. It does get more exposure to the channel, and you do bring in new subscribers. And when you bring in new subscribers, they watch the other content. So it's a good thing. It's just not a money maker. You got to go crazy viral to make money on shorts. The money is in engagement on live streams and recorded videos. That's always the way to go. Recorded videos. That's where your highest earning potential is. I know that's not what you asked, but I just figured while we're talking about it, you know, I'm very analytical, as you guys know. I stay on top of my analytics. Actually, okay. Good to see you as well, Joseph. Been a little while. Glad you could make it. Climatic, what's going on, big dog? 43 minutes. We'll hang out for a while. I'm not necessarily going to stay for just an hour. I don't really have shit going on except to eat lunch. It's early in the day. If you guys got some good questions popping off and stuff like that, we'll hang a little bit longer than an hour. We'll see. We'll see what happens when we get to an hour and 16 minutes. It's a good one. Happy caught alive for a change. Do any of you guys know where to find Missoni Wave? Had to return mine because it was damaged, but couldn't find any stock. I'm pretty sure they still have it. They just got some more in. Let me make sure. No, they're sold out. Fragrance By had it. They're sold out. Let me check Amazon and see if they still got stock. Sony Wave. Let's see what the prices are right now. Ooh, prices went up. You don't want to buy it from Amazon. It's $70 right now. No, thank you. Let's see. Who else? What about the Perfume Spot? Do they have any bottles right now? That's a place not too many people think of. I don't think they have any. Let's see. Nope. Let me see what eBay is working with. See if I can find you a good one. do a little shopping for you. Give me a second. See if I can find you a bottle. I'll drop you a link somewhere. It won't be an affiliate link. I'll check my affiliates first, of course. Ooh, shit. $70 on here, too? Come on now. Price has gone up. Did they discontinue the son of a bitch or something? You know how eBay will say great price when it's like the most competitive price? This one has the great price moniker, $80.99. That's not a great price. It's like almost fucking retail. Compared to retail, it's a great price. Yeah, prices went up. The minis are $25. The little 0.17s. 50 ml, $68. Damn, yeah, now is not a good time to get wave. You're going to have to wait, my man. I'm sorry. I looked around at a few places. You're going to have to wait. That is not encouraging. I wouldn't. You just soon go to Macy's and buy the shit. If you're going to spend that, just go walk up and buy a bottle, you know? I wouldn't, man. I would wait. I'm sorry. I wish I had better info. They had it for $36 2 days ago with Fragrance Buy. 2 days ago. 100 ml. Tester with cap. Yep. Sorry, man. No, I've never tried any. Let's see. Get ahead. I'm pretty far behind. I have to skip a little bit. Yeah, I got to skip let me skip around. Chanel Boy, 10-4, Uden. So I got to jump around a little bit because I need to get closer to the bottom. I'm so far behind. And I went with Prada and Giorgio Armani. What would you buy? If I had $500 to spend, which I've been spending a lot of that. I've been buying Mancera's. I would buy Mancera. A bunch of stuff from them. The next ones I want is Wild Fruits and Midnight Gold. That's two I would like to get from Mancera. Chypre Fruité from Montal. I'd like to get that. And then, honestly, I've got a bunch of Tom Fords I'd like to get. Oud Mineral, I should have bought it last year when I was debating on getting it because it skyrocketed. 30 ml is $130 now. 30 ml. The 50 mls are $500, $600, $700, $800 on eBay. It's ridiculous. Apparently, Oud Mineral got discontinued, I guess, because it's not on Sephora, Ulta, any of them. I looked. But Mandarino di Amalfi Aqua, Sole di Positano Aqua, Costa Azzurra Aqua, Costa Azzurra Eau de Parfum, the signature line one, because I have a decan of that and the Parfum. I like that more than the Parfum. What else am I wanting to get right now? Let me pull up my cart. I have them saved in the cart. I plan on getting these at the end of the month. Oh, and Eau de Verre Bohème. I'm going to get that. And that's it. Yep, that's just those five. Oud Mineral 30 ml, Costa Azzurra 50 ml EDP from the signature line, 50 ml Eau de Verre Bohème, 50 ml Sole di Positano Aqua, 50 ml Costa Azzurra Aqua, and 50 ml Mandarino di Amalfi Aqua, $733.64 before tax. And I plan on driving. That's why it's like I'm spending a lot, so it's hard for me to kind of bounce around with some of the things you guys want to see because there's a bunch of stuff I've been wanting to get. I've been kind of I buy certain periods of the year, 2, 3, 4 times a year where I do a lot of buying. I do sporadic stuff here and there, but to where I do like hauls, it's all usually condensed into 2 or 3 spots a year because I'll kind of save towards it. And I'm at one of those spots right now. I've been putting a little bit of play money aside for a few months and splurging. Found a website that has Eau Fraiche for $69, 90 ml. Can't tell if it's legit or not. Never shopped there or seen it before. I mean, if it's legit, I would buy it in a heartbeat, but I don't know if I could trust it. Why sell Eau de Parfum, Le Male, top-notch stuff? I agree. Yeah, you're not lying, boss. Absolutely. What's your regimen to get jacked? Well, I appreciate the $1.99 super chat, but it takes time. I've been consistent in the gym for almost 2.5 years now. It takes time. I'm on TRT, no secret. Nutrition and sleep are just as important as intense training. Time under tension under heavy load, and then consistency. Don't let people tell you just need to go to the gym 3 or 4 days a week. If you're trying to change your physique, 3 or 4 days a week is not enough. At least 5 days a week. You need rest. Don't get me wrong. You need your rest days. If you're completely natural, I would say you need to be in the gym 5 days a week. There's a variety. You got to figure out what type of regimen works for you as far as a program, as far as how you're going to do your split, how you're going to train your body. Some people it's CrossFit. Some people it's push pull. Some people it's more hippy dippy crazy shit. Some people it's bro split, the traditional bodybuilding style. That's what I do. It all depends. Nothing's cookie cutter. Nothing is cookie cutter. Every body reacts differently because every body has different genetics. You're going to have genetically gifted body parts that will grow faster or more proportionately or better development than everyone else. There's just certain parts of your body that'll grow, and then there's certain parts that are going to struggle. You'll have hell trying to grow, you know? So there's nothing really cookie cutter. It's not an easy conversation to have. I mean, every fitness influencer is going to tell you all the basic shit. You know what I mean? But actually what's really going to work best for you is something you got to try, go through trial and error. You got to try several different things, and not just for a few workouts. You got to do it for, try this program for 6 or 8 weeks and see what type of progress you make with it. And if you're kind of hitting a wall pretty quickly, then you can maybe try to tweak some things, do some things different, and see how your body responds to it. So there's no one right answer. There's not even 5 right answers. There's a ton of them because everybody reacts differently to everything, every style training. Just like fasting all the time works for some people. Keto diets work for some people. Carb cycling, which I prefer to do, works for some people. There's so many philosophies, high intensity intervals, progressive overload. There's so many philosophies. I would say try one that sounds interesting to you. Try something that sounds interesting to you. Stick with it for 8 weeks. If you don't see yourself progressing, maybe switch it up. But thank you for the super chat. Thanks for the info and the clicks. I haven't tried it, so I'm not sure. Thoughts on Mancera Holidays. I haven't smelled it yet. That's one of the ones I don't have. According to, coconut suntan lotion smell. That's exactly what my buddy EQ with Quality Fragrances, that's exactly what he told me it smells like. So that's what you're looking for from what I understand with an opinion I trust. That's exactly what I was told from him. It smells like luxurious sunscreen. So there you go. No, and that's Justin raves about it. I've been wanting it. I put it off a year too long. I could have got a 50 ml for $130 last year. Now I'm going to pay that for a 30 ml. Which 30 ml, I mean, it's going to go a long time. I would have preferred the 50 ml bottle, mainly because of the bottle. The 50 ml bottles are the best looking Tom Ford bottles. But I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it at the end of the month. And I'm going to do a Tom Ford haul video. It's Tom Ford summer fragrance video because I'm moving back to the South. So I want the fresh stuff. Oh, there you go. Aura has it for $37. Jump on it. There you go, Climatic. Thank you. Send Georgie a couple of frags. Maybe ask him if you can try them. See how you like them. Would love to know what you think too. You sent George Zaharoff some fragrances? You might have wasted something there. That's the only George I can think of. I don't live anywhere near George, by the way. I live in Colorado. He lives in Illinois. So I'm not going anytime soon. So, yeah, that's interesting. We'd love to know what you think. Yeah. I don't even know how to respond to this, honestly, because I know him. I don't know if he's going to spend any time with him because he's always working on his own stuff. I just got double attacked by Mind Games. Smells so good. That was my initial thought, but I saw a scenario painted about Edge winning the title he never lost. So that could be really cool. That happened on my watch. I won't paint the scenario yet. We'll talk a little further if it looks like that's what's going to be the case. But now that AJ's back, it would be a phenomenal match. No pun intended. I think that would be some good booking. That's probably going to be the booking. It's what would make the most sense because they're really making everybody believe it's kind of like you just soon hand Seth Rollins the belt kind of thing. But I think that's why we're going to get a swerve. That's why, because it's the obvious. So they're going to take that away from us. Just like Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania was supposed to be the obvious, and they took that away from us. All right, I got to skip ahead, guys. I am still pretty far behind. Scrolling. Got blood work done. Okay, that's something different. Big Lenny hates cookie cutters. Yeah. Cookie cutter programs just, I mean, it might work for a little bit for most people, especially if you're like just starting out and you're like way out of shape. Yeah, anything's going to do something, you know. But as far as maybe you're getting to a plateau or you're trying to take it a little bit more seriously, that's when the cookie cutter shit's not going to work. You know, it's only for brand new, like fresh in the gym people that just a generic workout program is going to work. They got you doing all compound movements and stuff like that, you know, which is great for foundation. But if you're looking for separation and, you know, ancillary muscular development, you need to start doing more isolated movements and so on. See what I'm saying? There's just so many philosophies. Rick knows that. I'm not saying that to Rick. I'm saying that to the gentleman that asked before. Rick knows this shit. Otherwise, Ross is right. You need to eat plenty of protein. Yes. Slight caloric surplus. Yes. Sufficient hypertrophic stimulus. Yes. 6 to 12 rep range. Yes. Plenty of sleep. Yes. Stress management. All yes. Yeah, absolutely. All of it matters. The training's important, but so is the sleep, the quality of sleep, and your nutrition. And stress, obviously, stress can fuck everything up. He's absolutely right on that. So yeah, yes to everything he just said. And if you're trying to build, you don't want to just eat everything. You still want to try to clean up your calories and just, I'm eating calories, I'm bulking, and you're eating fucking candy and sugar and whole pizzas and stuff all the time. Don't want to do that. You can get some health problems out of it. You'll get big, but you'll get fat too, you know, and all the health problems that come with eating like that. Versus just doing, like he's saying, a slight caloric surplus. Like with me, my calories every day, my maintenance level is 2,700. So if I want to be in a surplus, I would probably do like maybe 3,500 calories, just do a few hundred over. Whereas I try to, when I'm in a deficit right now. So on non-cheat days, which is every fourth or fifth day, depending on how I'm feeling, I stay between 1,700 and 2,000, which is a severe deficit for my maintenance level. And I don't factor in the calories I burn from training. That's just, I eat that many calories because I'm trying to steadily lose in that 1 to 2 pound range. And then the refeed days, I'll blow back up with water. But it's working. I mean, I know you guys see it. You know, I'm losing weight. It just takes time. Dedication is the most important thing. Glad I bought 3 bottles of Wave on clearance when I did for $32 late last year. Prices on everything have gone up. Absolutely. No, I knew you were talking about Zaharoff. So the original is it's citrus at the top, but it's very blonde wood dominant fragrance. You're going to get a little bit of the myrrh, but it's a lot of woods. Oud, a little bit of funkiness from the oud, but more of a warm wood feel with a lot of the blonde woods. You get a lot of sandalwood out of it. It's the most versatile. It was the freshest thing that was available until Citrine came around. Now, X is more on the musk, but you actually get more of the citrus. You get less wood is what it comes down to. It's more musk and citrus, less wood. And then Triple X, I see you put EDP. They're all EDP and above. Like Royale's a Eau de Parfum. It's an 18%. The original Royale. And then Triple X is animalistic for sure. Oh, it bounced me around. Okay, here we go. Thanks, Divine. Yomi is godlike. Yeah, it's got tons of hype. A bunch of people keep asking me about it. I need to try it at some point. Mask for fall winter fragrance. Peace and love, guys. I'm bugging out. 10-4. With Mancera, I have Oud Lemon Mint, Tonka Cola, banger. Red Tobacco, Intense Drapoise. Next pickup's Black Gold. I have that on my wish list as well. I'm finally going to get it this year. Not the Tom Ford ones, no. I've never heard of it, no. Female owner is Turkish, and their brother, it's a popular frag, so you'll find it again, I'm sure. Yeah, for sure. It'll come back around. Prices will drop. He did spend some time when it was not wasted at all. Okay, good. You're talking about George Zaharoff, right? That's the George you're talking about. Can you clarify for me? Just walked to the mailbox, get my first Burberry Touch. Fantastic. Red tobacco smells like dirty hamster cage bleeding, but bedding, dirty hamster cage bedding. That's an interesting take. Disagree, but teach their own, you know. Legendary, Hurt Heavyland. No, I don't have any custom blends. Just the stuff he puts out. Lose fat and gain muscle simultaneously. A body recomposition is the hardest thing to do, and it's the slowest possible thing. That's what I've been doing for 2.5 years. That's why I didn't just drastically lose a bunch of weight or drastically gain a bunch of muscle. I'll increase my calories. I'll drop my calories. For me to do that, it's carb cycling, which I'm carb cycling with a deficit. So I'm mixing two philosophies because I do want to lose weight, but I also want to maintain as much muscle as I can. I'm not necessarily trying to gain a whole lot. Some days I'm bigger than others just because my glycogen stores are like my muscle, the muscle bellies are full. I'll have a lot of glycogen stored up. And then other days I'll be flat where I look smaller. I'm maybe not as vascular. The veins maybe aren't popping as much. Might have a little bit more water retention. It fluctuates from day to day, but it's absolutely possible. It's just the slowest progressing thing to do. It's the hardest thing to stay disciplined for because you have to have a very specific dieting regimen. Your nutrition has to be very, very specific and extremely consistent to do a body recomp. I fall off the wagon plenty. That's why nothing's going to be perfect, but it is the hardest thing to do. It's absolutely possible. It's just not easy. Just not easy. I didn't see it, Bane. I'm going to get to the point where I just scroll past them. If it doesn't have nothing to do with fragrance or fitness, I really don't care, man. To be honest with you. I didn't see it because I've skipped around because I'm so far behind. I had to stop lifting weights because it made me more anxious during the night. Believe it or not, just made me too worked up. Damn. I could believe it. Get the blood flowing and everything. That makes sense. You get chubby and buff. There you go. I do well. I do pretty well. Just on ad revenue alone. All my bills, I've said this in the past, all my bills are covered and then some. We could live just off of my ad revenue. Because you guys engage the content, you know. I appreciate you guys. Really do. It's pretty cool. Anybody that tells you can't make any money just off of ad revenue, they don't know. They just don't make money. Because that's not true. That's not true. You don't have to be a massive channel to make money, make a living on YouTube. Just from ad revenue. It's all about engagement, watch time. That all matters. Because your CPM and RPM, your clicks per million and rate per million will go up as more advertisers pay more to be on your content. It's a fact. So anybody that says, oh, you make very little and that's why the shilling and they have to do sponsored vid, they just don't make any money because you don't have to do all that stuff. You can make money on the ad revenue. You absolutely can. Mancera has a chokehold on me thanks to man EQ. Yeah, he's a big Mancera guy for sure. He sold me on several. And Tradition just got it yet, and my mind is blown. It's definitely a good one. DJ, what's going on? It's the main thing I recommend when it comes to first niche to buy. Absolutely. Hope it's not too funky. Love Fougere d'Argent, which I haven't tried. Justin's a big fan of it. Congrats on the workouts. You're looking fierce, dude. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I put a lot of time in. Like I feel like I should be at the gym. I took a day off today, and I feel like I need to be there. You know, not that I'm going to lose anything. It's just it's better. It's probably a good thing. I just didn't feel like it because I woke up so early today. And I drank pre-workout and everything. Like I was on a stream with Rick RXL earlier, drinking my pre-workout, dressed to go to the gym. Literally went put gas in the car and came back home. I'm just not feeling it. Not feeling it because Rick, I'm sure you're still here. I would be at the gym right now, still. You know, it was leg day, so I'm taking the day off. I'm gonna do legs tomorrow because I could have drugged my ass in there, but I didn't want to half-ass anything. The motivation's not there. My body's like making me slack, so making me feel like a slacker. So it's like, I don't want to go in there and put a half-hearted effort. I haven't taken a legitimate rest day, because most of the time I do active recovery or active rest days, as they're called, where I'll just go and do some cardio. I'll go do some steady state cardio. I'll hit the heavy bag. I might do abs and obliques. Like, I still do something, but I'm not lifting. I'm not doing a bunch of lifting. I'm doing cardiovascular stuff. There's impact, there's intensity, like hitting heavy bag and stuff like that. I do some little drills and stuff, but I'm not over there grabbing dumbbells and, cable handles and barbells and stuff like that, jumping on machines. So I did that 2 days ago. I did back yesterday. Today would have been legs. No, I did cardio. I did that cardio day yesterday. I did back the day before. Yesterday was the active rest day. Today was supposed to be legs, tomorrow shoulders, and then biceps, triceps. So now they just pushed the day. So I'm just going to, I know I'm rambling, just chatting with you guys. So taking a day off, just going to relax a bit. A lot of people on the other channel I go to dislike red tobacco and Baccarat Rouge. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I like both of them. I like a lot of mass appealing stuff, though. Not that red tobacco is the most mass appealing thing by far, but Baccarat Rouge is very mass appealing, super popular. But I like that kind of stuff. 9 times out of 10, I like the stuff that's just easy to reach for. Okay, 10-4. What heat would you wear? I mean, just summer in general. That's the only time of year I wear it. It's very summer appropriate. It's so breezy and airy. That's such a good fragrance. Such a good fragrance. That's the best strictly for summer from Raja Dove. Oceania is his best summer fragrance. Elysium's phenomenal, every version of it. But if I had to just pick one freshie, and even over Isola Blue, however you say it, because it's just so fresh and airy. Oceania, it's the bomb. Thank you for being here. Recomp is far too difficult to consider. Yeah, it's not practical at all. It's super difficult. If you need to lose weight, cut 500 calories per day. Yep. If you need to gain 3 to 5, yeah. Divine is spot freaking on. It is difficult. It's difficult. And that's most of the time the philosophy I incorporate, but I fall into just doing a caloric deficit, and I'll carb cycle. What I mean by that is on my cheat day, I eat much more carbs. I try to keep it under 100 grams of carbs 3 to 4 days a week, depending on the stretch to the next cheat day. And then that cheat day, I'll refeed and have a lot more carbs. Not just during Easter, I was eating the Cadbury caramel eggs, but I got away from the candy now. It's just during Easter that I did that for my cheat day. Now it's like I'll go to Chinese buffet and I'm eating rice noodles and chicken that's battered, like the sweet and sour chicken, stuff like that. Like, that's what I did, because yesterday was my cheat day, and that was my cheat meal. I wanted Chinese. We went to eat Chinese buffet, and it was great. It was phenomenal. One of the reasons I feel guilty, like my ass should be at the gym today, because I have the energy stores in my muscles to really put out and lift heavy today. But yeah, it's definitely a challenge. I completely agree with Divine. I've been full-time on YouTube for September. Will make 3 years. Mm-hmm. Nutrition always has to be on point, which is one of the hardest parts of my journey. That's the hardest part for everyone, for sure. Any future giveaways? So if you want to click the join button down there or the link at the top of the chat, there are some giveaways going on right now for channel members at different tier levels. There's a designer giveaway for Dior Homme Sport, 75 ml Dior Homme Sport 2021. And to christen, this is the first month we're doing it, and to christen the niche giveaway, which is the Hall of Fame tier and above, is going to be a 4-ounce bottle of Evening Mystique. I felt it's only right to do Evening Mystique for the first niche giveaway. So yeah, absolutely. I appreciate that, my man, because you can monetize your passion and be authentic and legit. I mean, hell, you guys are sitting here in the streams. It doesn't get more authentic than how I talk on these streams. You know what I mean? Same thing with the content, the recorded content. You get me all the time. I don't curse as much on the content, but being straight up with everybody. Doesn't matter if bottle was sent to me or not. I'm being straight up with everybody, So I appreciate you guys. I really do. Like, I couldn't do the things I do if it wasn't for you guys. You guys don't watch, I don't get to do the things I get to do. Look, if something changed tomorrow and I needed to go back to selling cars, I would. I loved the car business. I was good at it. I was very good at it. It's like riding a bike. It's not something that I would need to be retrained. I go sell a car my first day, no matter what brand I went to. But I love this, and I don't take it for granted. And I know it's because of you guys I get to do this. Like I said, you guys don't watch, I don't get to do what I get to do. So I appreciate that. And I hope you guys appreciate the authenticity that I bring, because good, bad, or indifferent, some people hate me for it because of my personality, you know. But if everybody likes you, something's wrong, right? But I appreciate the kind words. Thank you, man. Adrian, what's going on, my man? So to monetize for YouTube, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 public watch hours. That means random people, not yourself, watching the content. You have to have at least 4,000 watch hours just to monetize. You don't make dick at first. You know, and advertisers are not paying much. You got to prove, your channel's got to prove worthy. Your content's got to prove worthy with engagement before advertisers will start paying more. Because that's what it comes down to. Because the split for advertising dollars, the creator gets 55%, YouTube keeps 45%. So you slightly get more than half, which is actually the best across all platforms. YouTube pays the most, but YouTube's the hardest to grow. But with the super chats and stuff like that, it's 70-30. They keep 30%. So I get 7 out of every $10 in a super chat, a super thanks, a channel membership, any of that stuff. 70% comes to me, which I still have to pay taxes on and everything. But YouTube takes 30% of that. They take 45% of ad revenue, 30% of any, they call it fan funding, any extracurricular money, super chat, super thanks, memberships, all that stuff. They take 30% of that. See, I'm transparent with you guys. Now, look, I'm not going to tell you the exact dollar amount I make. And you want me to ask you what you make? You know what I mean? Some things we need to be respectful about, but for the most part, I don't hide shit from you guys, you know. Love you guys. Like I said, can't do this without y'all. German volume training right now. So I sneak a lot of days off in between sessions. I've never heard of this, German volume training. When it comes to you, Rick, I never know if you're cracking a joke or being serious, because what you're speaking of, I haven't heard of. So I don't know if you're fucking with me and laughing right now. You might be, or you might be dead serious. I'm not sure. But I'm glad you're here nonetheless, Rick. Not really. There's some that have turned on me because they were convinced that I was buying subscribers a few years ago. And for those people that still feel that way, go fuck yourself. You know, it's not that serious. We're talking about fragrances. You know what I mean? It's internet chatter. I talked about that this morning in the live stream I was in with Rick. It's internet chatter. People aren't running up on each other. This little bullshit internet beef, chatter at each other. Not interested. Not interested. Listen to your body if you're not feeling. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's rest days are very important. It's just I like to keep my cardiovascular system going and getting some type of work every day. Like that's why I like to do the active recovery days, because it's still my upper body and everything. Because your legs can take much more mileage. They're more endurance-based muscles than your upper body even is, because you're always on your feet, right? So doing some steady state cardio, like I'm not sprinting and running or anything. I'm doing a pretty high incline at a moderate pace. That's fine. But I don't do it after a leg day. Like the way it works out is like I do legs, 2 upper body days, then that active rest day. So my legs have already healed at that point from lifting. Then the next day I do legs again. That's why I do the split the way I do. I go legs, chest, back, active rest day. Legs, shoulders and traps, biceps and triceps, active rest day. And whenever I feel I need it, I take a day like this, which is maybe twice a month. Sometimes 3 times. It all depends. Review perfume collections. I don't completely understand that. Well, I'll keep these live streams coming. I love doing the live streams. I love having you guys. See, we're an hour and 15 minutes. Like I said, we do a little over an hour today. Strapwise 8, Instant Crush Tonka Cola, as well as Prodalone, Water Splash, and Luna Rosa Black. I think that's an excellent haul with a lot of versatility. You even have something really fresh like Water Splash, which I haven't tried. I heard it's very similar to Prodalone Low, which is my favorite version of Prodalone. Tonka Cola is a banger. I mean, everything you ordered is great. You only have one kind of fresh fragrance, though. Because Cedar Boise is fresh, but it's not super fresh. I think that's the only thing you're really missing. 10-month-old daughter planned to wear Bulgari Aquamarine in the delivery room, but she came 3 weeks early and was caught off guard with no fragrance. That's kind of funny. A stretch. Sorry. Like I said, I woke up so early. Oh, Jesus Christ. Compared to usual, because I stay up till about 3 o'clock in the morning every night. And I was up at 6. So I got 3 hours of sleep. That's why my body's like, no, stay home. So I'm probably going to go to bed pretty early. I'll probably go to bed at like 11 o'clock tonight. Because I typically get up around 7:30, 8 o'clock. And I was just barely got any sleep. Like I normally get 5 or 6 hours. Most of the time I go to sleep around 2. But last night was almost 3. So. But no, my wife cannot have kids anymore. She had a tubal ligation before I had ever met her. She's 9 years older than me. I have 2 stepkids that are grown young adults. That's why I'm able to do the things I'm able to do at my age. My wife this weekend turns 47. She's 9 years older than me. I'm 38. So we did it backwards. We started with kids. You know what I mean? So now they're out the house while I'm at a pretty young age still. So I'm able to enjoy life versus all my friends that are my age. They have younger children, you know. So I raised my stepkids. They're out the house. That job's done. Any more summer niche recommendations? I haven't smelled Neo in a long time, Eric. It's been a long time. I've smelled it once, and it was like 5 years ago. It was a while ago. I don't even remember what it smelled like. I've heard good things, though. Home Sport Eau Extreme without the expensive price tag. I've been debating on getting a bottle of it, actually. They have clones of it, but I don't know of a specific, because Missoni Wave's close to Sport, but not necessarily the Eau Extreme. I would suggest saving for a bottle of the Chanel, personally. I wouldn't go looking for the clone. The best answer is always the original. Always. I enjoy the clones and stuff too, but obviously we talk about them on the channel because I enjoy them too. But the original is always the way to go. I would advise don't buy a $30, $40 fragrance that smells like it. Just save up a few more weeks or a couple more paychecks or whatever the case is, and spend the $150, $130 to $150 on the real deal. That would be my recommendation. Seriously. I don't need to lose weight, but I wouldn't mind it. Shanny's a banger. Yeah, for sure, man. If you want to lose weight, get on keto or better. My cholesterol was bad for a while. I cut out the red meat and the saturated fats. Keto's not for me. Absolutely not. Definitely not. It was others, sure, not for me. No, I don't really mess with too much outside of like their collabs and exclusives and stuff like that here and there. But as far as just like getting a bunch of their clones and stuff, not really. Ethan, welcome to the membership, my man. Let me see what level you got, because I got to look on YouTube to see what level it is. All-Star, so you're in the designer giveaway. And then Pound for Pound jumped on the elite membership. Welcome to the membership, my man. Welcome, fellas. Oh, you're a sucker for Cadbury. Yes, especially the caramel eggs. That is my favorite candy on the planet. Has been my whole life. Ever since they came out when I was a kid, because it was always just the cream eggs for the longest time, which I was a cream egg kid. I was. Cadbury cream eggs were my thing. And I still like them a lot, but not as much as the caramel eggs. Oh, man, I'm weak for those. Aralfa and High Seas. I actually prefer it to Aralfa. I love aquatics. In the Navy, worth the price. Depends on the price you're looking at, because I'm a big fan of In the Navy. It's aquatic Eros. I have it lined up for this summer. I'm going back to it this year because I haven't wore it in like 2 summers. There was a time when I really enjoyed it, and now I want to bring. It's one of those reaching back. Every year I pick certain fragrances for each season that I'm reaching back that I haven't worn in a long time because I have just said broken record time. I have too many fragrances, and I continue to get more, as we discussed earlier in the stream. So it's one of those deals where if you can find it, $50, $60, $40 to $60, I would say. If you like Eros and you want the aquatic version, then yes, it's worth it to me. But that I would consider that prerequisites. Using the emojis, that's what I'm talking about. So when I pin it, it's because it's on StreamYard. You can't actually see the emojis here, but on YouTube in the chat, you guys can see it. But whoop, whoop, the man, the business over pleasure bottle and the evening Mystique bottle. Okay, I see it right there. Emir, Paris Corner Emir Cedrat Essence. It's actually fresher than Cedrat Boisé. It's more citrus and more musk. Emir Trillium, their Elysium Parfum clone. It's, like I said, I've worn it like 4 times this week. Out the shower, to the gym during the day. It's amazing. So it doesn't last long, like 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours. That's it. It smells great. There's 2. I'm trying to think. I'm drawing a blank on the third one. Because I can't see a bunch of stuff right now. Look down here. Oh, Latafa Ajazi Intense Silver. That's very good. Lavender, cardamom, aquatic notes. Pound for pound, my man. Would you recommend for somebody trying to gain some weight? 28, 130, heavy, very high metabolism. So you're going to have to just pile in the calories, and not shit calories either. There's no other way around it. You're not going to gain weight without being in a surplus. For you, if you have a highly functioning metabolism and you're that skinny, 500 calorie surplus is not going to be it. You need to find out your base metabolic rate, what your maintenance calories are going to be. There's calculators. Go to caloriecalculator.com. That can give you an idea. It goes off your activity level, height, weight, age, all that good stuff, and give you a kind of a general idea. And whatever number it gives you, it'll give you kind of some guidelines to gain 2 or 3 pounds a week. But I would say whatever your maintenance calories is, I would say based on your weight, I would try at minimum 1,000 calories more than that per day if I were you, and adjust from there. If you see yourself not making progress, you could always do more. If you see yourself making progress quickly, dial it back a little bit, because then you'll start getting fat. Dial it back a few hundred calories. So I would say based on your situation, if I were in your situation, I would start at 1,000 over maintenance. But you got to figure out what maintenance is first. Which, considering your high metabolism and everything, like, you might actually need to go get real counsel for that, because the calorie calculator is not going to factor in how active your metabolism is. It's only going to factor in your activity level. So there's more tailoring that needs to be done for your nutrition program, honestly. Magnetic and Pacific are both very good. I agree. It's never good to walk next to your shoes. That's an interesting point. It's easy to engage enough people, so kudos to you, everyone who can do that. Thank you, Boz. Appreciate that, Boz. Thank you. I mean, they can if they want to. In my link tree and all my videos, and in my bios on my social media, my other social media profiles, they have a PayPal link at the bottom. They have the Buy Me a Coffee thing. Have that as well. So it all depends. People can do whatever. It's just easier right here in the chat. I'm able to pin it, and we're able to have some fun with it. YouTube gets their cut, but we're able to play with the comment a little bit this way, It's nobody's got to send anything. It's appreciated when it happens, but it's not like you got to. I'm not going to sit here and like, please send super chats. No, that's I won't do that, guys. But I appreciate what does come through, Never heard of that German volume either. Science-based fitness follower. So it sounds like he's trolling us. 10 sets of 10 per exercise. See, I wasn't sure, because that's with Divine. I wasn't going to assume he was trolling. I'm saying there was the possibility, because it's Rick, and I didn't know if he was fucking with me or not. But 10 sets of 10 per exercise. So I've seen people do that. I didn't know that's what it was called. I've heard of people doing this format, especially with like squats and deadlifts and stuff like that. 10 sets of 10. I've seen the 10 sets of 20 regimen as well. So that's a lot of pyramiding too. Is that pyramid all the way up and stop, or is that pyramid up, pyramid down? I mean, I'm sure you could incorporate both depending on the exercise. I can't just pick one. That's tough. We'd have to categorize it. Just one house overall. Like, shit, I guess Mancera, because there's just so much variety. I guess Mancera. It's an easy answer, I think. There's no such thing as a minimum time. It just depends on what works for your body. I mean, you can't, to get an efficient workout in, I can't imagine less than 30 minutes. You know, I spend much more time than that at the gym, but I can't imagine less than 30 minutes to get a decent workout in. As long as you're training with intensity, though. I don't know. 10 bottles in stock. I have no idea. It's right here, though. So good. So underappreciated. Like the coming hour, we send our collection through the Instagram DMs. Come on now. And you review the collection. So no, I don't do that. I've been asked 1,000 times because Ashton does that. Started doing that a while back. I don't roast collections and do that shit. I get people ask me all the time. I don't do that stuff. If you like what you have, you just enjoy what you have. I'm not gonna crack jokes about it or any. I don't do that format. I don't like that format. I don't appreciate that format existing. But there's more than just him that does it now. I get it. My buddy Nathan does it now, Paragon Fragrances, but that's not a format for me. I'll never incorporate that. Never say never, but here I'm saying never. I'll never incorporate that, my man. Whatever you have, if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. Who cares what I think about what you have? You know what I mean? Just like I don't care what anybody thinks about what I enjoy in my collection. I advise you to feel the same way, man. As long as you enjoy it, who cares what anybody else thinks? You know? It all depends on what works for your body. It goes back to that. It's nothing, cookie cutter stuff's not going to work unless you're just starting out. So you got to figure out what's going to work for you. Dilly, my man, rocking Evening Mystique. That's what I'm going to. So yeah, I have a bottle on the way. Thankfully, they are sending a bottle my way. So I will do a live stream first impressions on it whenever it comes in. Probably late next week, I would think. Because I got the email for the order, but I haven't gotten the shipping notification from DHL yet. I haven't wore it beyond that, and hasn't been a while. It's only been like 6 days, 7 days, maybe a little over a week. I haven't wore it yet. I've been wearing Trillium. That's been less than a week. I've been wearing Trillium. That's the only one I've been wearing. And Barcode Signature I wore that night. Where are you moving south? So plan A was Florida, and plan B was always back to Texas. And then cost of living with Florida, because Florida got so popular, went. So now it's leveled out more. So we were like, screw this, we're just going to go back to Texas. And then now it's gotten about here where it's just a little bit more expensive to live by the beach. So we're going to do Florida. My wife's going at the end of the month. Her and mom, she's going to fly down to Louisiana. Then her and my mom are going to drive. They're going to stay in Biloxi for 3 nights. One night, the middle of that trip, one night they're going to stay in Panama City. And she's going to look at the 5 main places that we want to rent. So we're going to move to Panama City. That was plan A. Plan B was Conroe. And then we're back to plan A. So I'm glad we kind of waited, because we never got away from the idea of the beach. Because again, Texas is always plan B. We're free agents. Like I was talking about how kids are out the house. It's just me and her. Before we buy another house, we want to make sure we're in the spot where we want to be. Because we sold our house before we moved to Texas, and we weren't sure if we were going to stay in the Sugar Land area. She wanted to come here to be by her dad for a few years. Now she's ready to go, and I'm ready to go too. I'm ready to go back to the South. So we're heading back to the South. Like I said, plan A was Panama City. Plan B was Conroe, Texas. We were falling into plan B for months now. And then now the cost of living, Texas's cost of living started going up too. It's like, well, screw it. We're just going to stick to the beach. Everything's overpriced anyway. We might as well be at the beach. That's kind of how we looked at it. Thanks for the super chat. I'm sure she appreciates that. I'll let her know that you said that in the chat, Sean. All right, so we're going to skip down a little bit. I have gotten way too far behind Antonio. I'll make sure to let her know you said that as well. Noelle said, would love to become a member, but as you know, I'm saving up for a wedding. Yes, you are. Hopefully in the near future, I definitely want to show support for the channel. I appreciate that, Noelle. I'm just glad you're here. Just glad you're here, my man. Best coffee for my favorite coffee fragrance is still Om for the Holidays from Happy Land Studio. It's magnificent. Another dollar in super chat. Pick one, Elysium or 1819. Man, I got to go with Burlington 1819 because it's just so masterfully done. Even though both versions of Elysium that I have are awesome. I have the Parfum Pour Homme and the Parfum Cologne. They're great. They're great fragrances. Burlington 1819 special. It's on a different tier. It's not as wearable and mass appealing. Maybe not as mass appealing. I wouldn't necessarily as wearable. No, it's not as wearable. It's got more complexity. It's much more niche in many ways, but it's so complex and interesting that I have to go with Burlington 1819. It's up there. It's up there for me. Thank you for the super chat. Typically, your maintenance calories are your body weight pounds times 16. That's the general rule in most calculators. Assad is simply amazing, but I'm still getting Sauvage Elixir. Just got to have the original. And look, none of them are as strong as Sauvage Elixir. Assad's a beast. The Alexandria version's a beast. But something about Sauvage Elixir, it's just ridiculous. It's so ridiculously strong. And we'll shut it down here in just a second. I'm just trying to get caught up. There's no generic cookie cutter answers with physical development, guys. It's all per person's physiology, for sure. 10 by 10, same weight. The benefits are increase the volume and getting good at certain lifts. It's a good way to jump back in after a layoff. You get size and strength back pretty fast. That makes sense. That makes sense. The drawback would be the fatigue to stimulus ratio. I don't recommend it long term. The roasting is all in jest. No, I know it's not. I know it's not. It's just it's never been a format for me. And it also would look like I'm just jocking people. You know what I mean? So it's not a format that I'm interested in. Like, I know he's not being malicious with it. I'm not saying he is. Like I said, making light jokes. I literally said that. He's making jokes of it. I get it. It's all fun, but I don't know. I've just never been interested in doing that format. And there's a few people that do it already. And it would just look like a blatant ripoff is how I've always felt about it. It just doesn't interest me. That's why I'm never even considered. I always turn it down every time I get asked about it. Hey, that sounds like a plan, Bane. If that's what you want to do, my man, I'm not going to force you. I can't force you to stay. If that's how you feel, I'm sorry that you feel that way. But for the third time, I'm jumping around. If I don't happen to see it when I'm jumping around, I'm sorry. Naturally, I stop on the members. I stop on the super chats. They stand out. It's highlighted. There's badges. There's colors. But when I get so far behind because I go to answering a question, I have to skip ahead. I just have to. And I haven't landed on a spot. Every time I land on a spot where you're at, I click it because you're saying some shit like this. But every time I see one of your comments, I pin it and address you. 10-4, teach their own. He's very successful. Oh, yeah, no doubt. I grew up in South Louisiana and lived in Southeast Texas for a few years after. I know all about the hot and muggy summers. Man, I'm so excited. I can't wait to move. It's going to be in September. Can't wait. Can't wait. We're moving in September. Can't wait. God, I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Van Halen song comes to mind. Kate Alpha song, good fragrance to wear to a beach party. That's fair. No, I've worn it 4 times this week. I really like it. I really, really like it. Candy, good to see you. Ouch, goodbye to the winter fragrances. I mean, I wore them when I was in Louisiana and Texas. Just not as much as I'm gonna wear them as I wear them here. How did I get behind right there? So I'm trying to get to the bottom, and we're going to go ahead and shut it down. Here on the clock, don't tell nobody. No worries. I'd take 1819 as well. Yeah, it's much more interesting. Much more interesting. Love from Orlando. Home insurance is crazy, but it would be awesome, though. Yeah, there you go. Want to move to Florida, Texas. Sick of Nasifo. I mean, California. I mean, California. Yeah, everybody's wanting to leave there. It's not out their minds. Do of the bad guys. I think you'd like it. 10-4. Where's some of your favorite fresh Mancera's? French Riviera, yes. Lemon Mint's not all that fresh. Strapoise was not for you. Try Soleil d'Italie. Try Wave Musk. Try Sicily. That's ones, and lemon lime. I would recommend those. Thank you, Vane. Thank you, Vaughn. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't see him again. Dan said, yeah, I have a bottle coming. Happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. You as well. Happy to have you in Texas. I'm not coming back to Texas. I literally just explained that. I'm going to Florida. I'm back to plan A. Plan A was Florida. Plan B was Texas. We're back to plan A. That's funny. That's funny. So I put out a review 4 days ago on it. And I've talked about it like 6 times so far in the stream. I'm sure you just jumped on. Yeah, if you wanted to hear my thoughts on it completely, just go to my videos and just scroll back to like 4 or 5 days ago. So just a few videos back, and I did put out a full review on it. I love it. It's phenomenal because I love Oligarch Parfum. So, and with that said, I am going to be shutting it down. We have done hour 36. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, chopping it up with me, talking some shit with me. Thank you to everybody that gave the super chats, new members. Last weekend of the month, we will be doing the live stream for members only, and we'll do the giveaways. We're going to do like a wheel spin kind of thing. I'll go to one of those websites and put all the names in, and we'll spin them. And if you're interested in being a part of that, definitely click join and see what tier level interests you, and catch you guys on the next one. Now make sure to check out today's video. Tomorrow, I'm not sure exactly what video I'm going to do yet. Still early in the day. I haven't recorded anything yet. I wanted to jump on and chop it up with you guys. Hope y'all have a great weekend. Have a good one.